lecture of the special lecture series of Gyanalok Trust, which is being organized in collaboration with National Association of Professional Social Workers in India, DDCE-Utkal University and Kalahandi University, Bhawanipatna, Odisha. Today we have with us an eminent speaker, Professor Sanjay Kumar Satapathy, who is the Vice Chancellor of Kalahandi University, Bhawanipatna, Odisha. In order to introduce our speaker, today we have with us Dr. Renuka Kumar.
Good evening,
Dr.
sir.
Renuka Kumar.
Namaskar. Good evening, Pradeep bhai. Sir Shashwat.
To introduce our guest, we have with us Dr. Renuka Kumar. Dr. Renuka Kumar is currently working as a academic consultant, Directorate of Distance and Continuing Education, Utkal University, Odisha. And now I request Dr. Renuka Kumar to introduce our speaker. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Pradeep sir. Hello, everyone. A very good evening to all. I'm Dr. Renuka Kumar, Academic Consultant of Department of Social Work, Directorate of Distance and Continuing Education, Utkal University, Odisha. I welcome you all to the third lecture of Gyanalok Special Lecture Series, which is being organized in collaboration with National Association of Professional Social Workers in India, Directorate of Distance and Continuing Education, DDC, Utkal University, and Kalahandi University, Bhawanipatna, Odisha. Today we have with us an eminent speaker, Professor Sanjay Kumar Satapathy. Professor Sanjay Kumar Satapathy is a polymath person for whom words are felt less to define. He is a person who connects the knowledge system through his words of spiritualism and emotional intelligence. Professor Satapathy is currently the Vice Chancellor of Kalahandi University, Bhawanipatna, Odisha. Prior to this assignment, Professor Satapathy superannuated from Ravenshaw University, Cuttack, Odisha, as the Dean, School of Commerce and Management. Professor Satapathy received his doctoral degree in Commerce from Utkal University, Odisha in 2002. Additionally, he is the recipient of prestigious honorary degree of Doctor of Letters. Apart from that, he has been honored with a number of national and international awards. Professor Satapathy has about 4 decades of teaching experience, and under his supervision, 26 PhD degrees have been conferred. He has more than 50 academic research papers presented in different seminars and published in reputed journals. He has authored several books on commerce, management, finance, journalism, emotional intelligence, spiritualism, tribal ecosystem, and so on. Other than his vast academic career, Professor Satapathy is a histrionic performer in stage since 1971, in radio since 1978, in television since 1981, in socio-cultural, educational, environmental, spiritual programs. He has received the copyright for conceptualizing Gandhi's fourth monkey, that is, think no evil. Spiritualism is in the core of Professor Satapathy since his student days. Out of his vast knowledge, experience, and practice of spiritualism, today Professor Sanjay Kumar Satapathy will deliver on Spiritualism and Development Profession in India. On behalf of Gyanalok, NAPSWI, Utkal University, Kalahandi University, and all the participants of today's lecture, I welcome Professor Satapathy to the special lecture series of Gyanalok Trust and request to address the audience. Over to you, sir.
Sir, you are muted. Apna mute ochandi, sir.
Thank you, Renuka, for a nice introduction. It is like a mirror I am saying. I am on the way. So, from where I will start? Let me start from my first copyright, which you introduced. Then I may go to different phases on talking on the topic. In 1995, the concept of fourth monkey that came to my mind. It landed from ether in my mind. I have to finalize a draft on patience. Patience, as you know, is highly required. You can take it in this way. Love and patience, they are the core words for spiritualism or to practice spirituality. So when the topic was patience, I did it in this way. My students, they designed the draft having the three monkeys in the middle. I thought, what is new about it? From my childhood days, I'm always curious and look for innovations. Even how to read more pages in less time, how to chant Gita in a short time. I could chant the 700 slokas in 100 to 105 minutes. In some of the yajnas for the ahuti, that is done. But now, looking to the three monkeys, the fourth monkey landed in my mind, and the theme of the fourth monkey came as the think no evil. Think no evil. If there is evil thinking in the brain, then what will happen? You can see by closing your eyes, you can hear by closing your ears, and by closing your mouth, you cannot stop the internal dialogues. It will go. Suppose you are dissatisfied with somebody, but you are unable to express, the dialogues go on within. So think no evil. How it will be? There will not be evil thinking. How can you practice? I will not be get angry, dissatisfied on certain things. We have got our own desires. We have got our own wishes. But how will be committed that we will have no evil thinking. The way we clean our houses, we clean our books, bookshelf, we clean up the laptops, even the mobile, to free it from the traffic jam. Similarly, the mind is to be cleaned. Why? In calm waters only we can see the reflection of the sky, of the clouds, of the sun and moon, even the nearby lotus or lily. Unless the water is calm, we cannot see the reflection. But if it is wavy, we cannot see. It has to be calm. Similarly, the mind is to be calm to get the reflections of the divine thoughts. If it is disturbed, we cannot. From that, you can connect yourself to meditation, to satsanga, to listening good, not to be over aspirant, and simultaneously I can say not to be overconfident. So here I'll first start with commitment. Very integral part of a good value system. When your value system is clear, it will be a lot easier to make decisions and commitments. I cannot make a commitment. You also, by selling secrets to the enemy, can you? You cannot keep a friend by revealing to others what he told you in confidence. You cannot keep a commitment to a job by trying to do as little as possible. So commitment not kept result in dishonest manner. I wonder how any relationships, regardless of whether personal or professional, would work if people said something to the effect of, I'll try, but I can't commit. I'll do it, but do not count on me. I'll be there if I can, but don't get your hopes up. I'll be there so long as you do well. I'll be there so long as you are in good health. I'll stick with you till I find something better. So, the uncertainty of not being able to depend upon the basic tenets of the relationship, of many relationships which we have, could lead to insanity. So I will end this portion with 11 words: dependability, reliability, predictability, consistency, caring, empathy, a sense of duty, sincerity, character, integrity, and loyalty. If one of these ingredients is missing, commitment loses strength. So, unconditional commitment states my behavior is predictable in an unpredictable future. What makes the future unpredictable? Changes in your life and circumstances, changes in external conditions. So from commitment, let me jump to the three types of spiritualities and on the ways of spiritual errors. Before that it comes to my mind, I will take you to Srimad Bhagavad Gita, the 8th Ashtam Adhyaya of the Gita. What is that? Arjuna is asking, Kim tad brahma kimattatmam kim karma purushottama adi bhutam cha ki proktam adhi devam kimuchyate adhi jagya katham kotra dehe asmin madhusudana prayana kale cha katham geosi niyatatma bhi. 5 questions are asked. All of us have to know those 5 questions if you are thinking of spirituality. Arjuna is asking, what is that Brahma? What is Adhyatma? What is Karma? What is said to be Adhibhuta, O Supreme Power? Who is said to be Adhidaiva? Who is Adhiyagya in this body? And how is he the Adhiyagya, O Krishna? And how are you to be known at the time of death? By the self-controlled. When you are listening to spirituality, I wish you will go through the 8th Adhyaya and The questions are answered by Lord Krishna, Yogeshwara. Yatra Yogeshwara Partha, Yatra Yogeshwara Krishna, Yatra Partha Dhanurdharaha. The questions are asked not for him only, but for the humanity. What the Lord says? The Brahma is the Akshara, or the supreme and imperishable self. Nature is spoken in that which dwells with the self. Karma is that creative force which produces the origination of material being. That which is the supreme imperishable, Akshara, 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 has been named that Brahma. The Akshara is that which cannot be destroyed and forms the totality of all individuals themselves. The Akshara is dissolved into the Abhyakta, is dissolved into the Akshara. The Akshara is dissolved into Tamash. Going ahead, the perishable existence which have been declared as fit to be known by the seekers of wealth, power, form the Adhibhuta. They are superior material entities that remain in ether or space and other elements. Here, I feel many of you can understand how Sri Aurobindo has interpreted. अर्जुन को पचारुचंती हे पुरुषोत्तम से ब्रह्म कौन, आध्यात्म कौन, कर्म कौन, अधिभूत काहाकू कुहा जाउची, अधिदैव काहाकू कहंती। हे मधुसूदन, एठारे अधियज्ञ किए ओ एही शरीर रे किपरि अछंती तथा युक्त चित्त पुरुष मानक द्वारा मरण काल रे आपण किपरि जानि होंते। भगवान कहते परम अक्षर ब्रह्म अटे, निज स्वरूप अर्थात जीवात्मा अध्यात्म नाम कथित हुए तथा प्राणी मानकर उत्पत्ति और अभ्युदय करुथिबा विसर्ग अर्थात त्याग को कर्म कहा जाए, किंतु उपत्ति विनाशशील समस्त पदार्थ होछि अधिभूत। हिरण्यमय पुरुष ही अधिदैव। हे देहधारी मानक मध्य श्रेष्ठ अर्जुन, यही शरीर रे ही वासुदेव ओ अंतर्यामी रूप रे अधियज्ञ भावे विराजमान। तो अधिभूत क्षरलीलार समस्त परिणाम क्षरो भाव, अधिभूत क्षरो भाव। प्रकृति मध्य जो पुरुष विराजमान करुचंती प्रकृति आत्मा ताहा ही अधिदैव। ताहार मूल सत्तार जो क्षर भाव कर्म द्वारा एठारे प्रकृति मध्य प्रकटित होईची, सेही सबु तांक चेतनार प्रतिफलित होईची। से अंतर्यामी पुरुष से सब को देखिचंती और भोग करुचंती। तेणु भगवान श्री कृष्ण कहउचंती कर्म और यज्ञर अधिपति अधियज्ञ बोली स्वयं मते कहा जाए। मु भगवान परमेश्वर पुरुषोत्तम एठाई समस्त देहधारी मानक मध्य मु गुप्त भावरे विराजमान, गुप्त भावरे विराजमान करूची। गुप्त भावरे विराजमान करिवार कथा मु गुप्त भावरे भितरे अछि। Now, turning a bit, there are three basic types of spiritualities: spiritual individualism, spiritual collectivism, and spiritual dialogue. Individual spirituality is centered on the within. Collective spirituality is centered on the institutions of religion. Dialogical spirituality is centered on the realm of the between of I and a thou. Of course, these lines of demarcation are not sharp and impermeable, but they serve as general explanatory paradigms to help us understand different types of spiritual practices. Let me come down to individual spirituality. It corresponds to the psychological model of narcissism. When narcissism comes, it is within us. Narcissus was a Greek hero. It is of the time when mirror was not there. Narcissus one day saw his reflections in water, in calm water. He got enthralled with his reflection. I am so handsome. Once that pierced into the mind, he cannot talk with others. He couldn't love the people who were loved beforehand. What he thought? I am so beautiful, so handsome. How can I talk with these ugly people? How can I love such an ugly girl? He became secluded, lonely. He couldn't talk with anybody. I'll tell you after some time, loneliness and spirituality. But what happened to him? He didn't thought up anything higher level. Beyond self, he thought of self only. I am handsome. I am powerful. I am this. So that circumference dragged him down. Years passed. Narcissus wanted to see his reflection again. But by that time, the beauty, the grandeur, the grace of the face was lost. Self-centeredness has consumed the beauty, his handsomeness. Looking to the reflection, he cried. He couldn't recognize the reflection which he has seen. So that is something became natural in many spheres, and narcissism was taken up as a word. Excessive love with yourself. Excessive love with the self. I am big. I am good. I know everything. I don't do any mistakes. And so I am good. If I have money, if I have the material resources, I think what people have there in their mind, that I need not have to depend on anybody. But once you fall down, maybe 4 persons are required to take you up. So here it is in a difficult situation. We make a very high value of ourselves. That is what very difficult. Coming to individual spirituality corresponds to the psychological model of narcissism. It focuses on the private attainment of the spiritual goal. It is centered in the I, whether this I or the self or the me is affirmed or denied. A spirituality based on the individual's inner to the exclusion of the social and ecological outer will always manifest as it is all about me and what is mine. Let me tell you, if I will assume my palm as the universe, then universe, within that the solar system, within solar system the earth, within the earth a continent my country, in the country my state, my district, my village or town, my institution, and within the institution me. It will be like a small dot, a very small dot, very, very small. But if I will pierce that in a needle, it is not that area which shivers, but whole palm shivers. So we have the potentiality to shiver the universe. Each one of us is connected with the Hiranyagarbha. So good thoughts, they move and come. They enrich our mental strength. Here, I have asked a question to my students of zoology, and I was in a visit recently to college. I went into the Department of Forensic Science and I asked them why my left hand thumb impression is different from my right hand thumb impression. Is it mine or not? Yes. Why? Nobody's left hand thumb impression is equal to anybody other in the world. Very small space. They replied, it is due to the shape. In this space, there are so many shapes that is different. That is not even equal to my right hand. So each person is unique. Think of the Param Brahma, the super creator of the universe, how he has planned everything, how he has created. No thumb impression is equal to another person. Our thumb impression of the both the hands, they are not equal. Our hair is not equal. So how this happen? There is a difference. We have to admit. So as the mind thinks, so it becomes. Thinking has got a power. There has been a wide range of controversies as to the nature and status of mind. Scholars differ with regard to the nature and status of mind. There are thinkers who delve into the situation, but some persons equate mind with the brain and translate mental behavior in terms of neural events of the brain. According to the physicalists, mental behavior is caused and accompanied by certain brain events. It means the mental facts like thinking, remembering, these things are caused by the neural processes in the brain. So many neurons are there in the brain, in the body. It will be so long we can connect from the earth to the sun even. Another question comes. There are so many numbers, but why we choose the number 108? It's a spiritual connection, which has been discovered by our forefathers, the rishis. Why it is 108, not 100? Why it is 108, not 118? I don't know whether the question has come within you or not, but the diameter of the sun into 108 is the distance of Earth to the sun. Diameter of the moon into 108 is the distance between the moon and the Earth. So somehow we are connected. And the two important numbers which are there, one is 9, one is 108. Beyond this, the important number is 0. So we make the job of her 108 times. We have many questions within us. Science may not answer all the questions. Sense organs, the indriyas, are the vehicles of the mind. Mind perceives through the sense organs and acts through the motor organs, karmendriyas. Sense organs receive waves emanated from the physical objects, and motor organs activate tanmatras. If we'll go deep into it, it will be hours and hours, may be required. But what I now go to the part, spiritual health. Before that, let me touch 3 quotients: intelligent quotient, emotional quotient, and spiritual quotient. The integration of these 3 makes the person more human. Intelligent people always calculate. They have got a good memory, good power, but unless it is attached with emotional quotient, then there may be loss. I have seen, thought over it, so many intelligent students who have good careers, gold medalists within base 10, but I'm sorry to express the painful feeling. Some of them have gone mad, social outcasts, or they have gone for suicide. Why? They are unable to adjust. They are within the grips of narcissism, and they have lesser spiritual quotient. Now also we find the students in particular, they lack patience And what they feel, whatever I will wish, that will be done, that will happen. And many things are not in reality, that is in their brain. In my tenure here also, I have been faced with 3 suicides. The causes are on all the 3 things. What I find, the main cause is lack of spirituality. Your mind has to be cool to decide. It is not there. Instant decisions. I want this. If I don't get, lost. My dear, the mango group has got so many flowers, birds, but is it so that each bird will give a ripened fruit? No, not even 1/10. They fall down. Second, a floating iceberg. 1/10 is above water and 9/10 is underwater. That is the equation, 1:9. But deciding by looking to the 1/10 of iceberg which is seen, what is the fate? The individuals, they cannot be just scaled from the dress. They cannot be scaled from the words even. I had been to a place, Dindigul, near Madurai, for an egg visit. On the way back, there are certain incidents which were, it will take time. But for the deserters in the aircraft which is to fly, I have to get down. All the passengers with me, they have to get down. And I came via Delhi to Bhubaneswar. Yesterday I was coming by train. My seat number was 24. I am not comfortable in side upper. Still then, that is what allotted to me. I settle my luggages in the place available. Then a girl was allotted the seat 23. A boy who was been allotted 42, he came and requested me, sir, can you go to 42? I replied, no, I can go. But both of them were talking and I had to bring all the luggages to 42. So when I was bringing the last luggage, he looked at me and I told just one sentence. I should not have accepted your request. Sir, what happened? What happened? Now, when you see somebody accepted your request and taking the luggages one by one, because I have some luggages for the university also, one by one, you are in your gossip. Don't you feel like to help the person? No, I think you may feel otherwise if I'll take the luggages to the seat. Well, you don't feel, you did not have the feeling when you requested me, can you be shifted to room number 43, 42? So some time passed, he came to me. Then I told him, why, what happened? No, sir, I'm sorry. I should have helped you. Well, you know, the thing is, you scared me from my dress, from my work which I was doing to settle my luggage. So you underestimated me. better you go from my front. I shouldn't remember your face. Otherwise, you may face some dire difficulty afterwards. Don't allow me to remember your face. Please go. Then he went away. My desire to tell you this is what I wish. We shouldn't scale persons from their dress, from their etiquette even, from the style of their talks, and many things which are visible. Go back to that sentence. 1/10 of an iceberg is seen above water, and 9/10 is underwater. We cannot just take a decision on the iceberg by looking to the 1/10. It is not symmetric also. So what happens? The happening is coincidental to Titanic. It was the mistake of the very powerful captain to judge what may be the shape of the iceberg. It dashed and went over. Such type of things will happen. So I'll go forward to tell you about the spiritual health. We have to boost our spiritual health. No doubt in it. According to a story that is in America, they belong to a church or other religious body. These places of worship offer a number of ways to connect and encourage those living with a mental health condition to have community connections. Find someone or an organization that shares your beliefs and thoughts and reconnect with them, whether online, over the phone, or in process. Reach out to a pastor or spiritual leader and find ways to connect with like-minded people within your faith community who can support and encourage you. Then spirituality awakens within a person when they attain a certain peace of mind. I underline the peace of mind. They become one with the body, mind, and soul, when nothing scares and attracts them, and when they don't easily get swayed by human emotions. That's when a person attains spirituality. The spiritual state of mind can be very relaxing. It can guide a person towards greater happiness. Here listed are some, we can think of a signs of a spiritual person from professional point of view. Decision making is very important. That's why spirituality is a must for a professional people. When we are not scared of anything, but instead accept challenges and obstacles with an open heart and mind, if you have let go of the things that scare you, such as rejection, loneliness, failure, and only focus on grabbing the happy part of it, then you are on the path of attaining spirituality. Then another important thing which I can say you have to avoid gossiping. Gossiping mainly talking ill of others, that part. If gossiping or speaking ill about others disturbs you, then know that you have reached an elevated state of mind. If it disturbs you, but if it is enjoyable, then you can think of what is the condition. You cannot even know what is the time spent, what you talk ill of others. And you get negative vibes within, and you think otherwise that you are very great. You are a great thinker. You are a great performer. But is it? So, where negativity has no space in your life, you always try to see the best in people, the best in the creations. No color of the flower is equal to the other exactly. They're different. See the best in people and engaging in judgment, criticism, and gossip angers you. Much attention is focused on the importance of our physical and mental health. But what about spiritual health? As it turns out, our mind, body, spirit are all deeply intertwined. The health of one can significantly affect the health of another. While spirituality won't cure you, it will help you cope with the pain and navigate in troubled waters. So, find things that you enjoy doing, whether it be knitting, coloring, cooking, playing a sport, working out, reading. Focusing on things you enjoy can bring back a sense of purpose and keep you focused on the moment, even just for a little bit. Manage your loneliness. While many of us interchange solitude and loneliness, both are actually distinctly different. You have to embrace the alone time. And when I talk of the professional people, there are things. The choices can appear at any time during life, and the key is to stay alert and listen to the wisdom of your heart. 3 things I can tell you: innocence, fear, and ego, and the power. In your desire to overcome fear, you create success in your life, you become educated, start your careers and family. You want to have control to eliminate fear. You accumulate things to give you a sense of security. That is what which is required. And I think it's time those who practice professional spirituality recognize that our leadership is a calling of service, a calling of show up as our best and highest levels. We honor that the inner reflects the outer, and we operate from this place of knowingness. Professional spirituality focuses on us as accomplished professionals, having an active mind and spirit, caring about our work deeply, being purposeful in our work, and having a desire to deepen connection with our colleagues and those we serve is a positive and meaningful way. We serve from our beingness, not so much our doingness. So ease and flow becomes the conditioned natural way of our leadership. Your beingness is your embodiment. It is the driving force of your leadership, creativity, and presence. So professional spirituality is required. We have to maintain workplace spirituality. Although research is still in the early stages of theory building and testing, the role of spirituality in the workplace is receiving increasing attention. In particular, workers who view their work as a called vocation are likely to approach work very differently than employees who see work primarily as a means of paying bills. Most importantly, to management and leadership, there is emerging evidence that spirituality provides competitive advantage through its impact on organizational performance. Workplace spirituality incorporates values that lead to a sense of transcendence and interconnections of all life, so that workers experience personal fulfillment in the job. The sense of transcendence, having a calling through one's work vocationally, and the need of membership, community, social connection provide the foundation for a theory of workplace spirituality. Hence, workplace spirituality must be framed within a holistic or system context of interwoven cultural, organizational, and personal values. To be of benefit to leaders and their organizations, workplace spirituality must demonstrate its utility by influencing performance, turnover, productivity, and other related effectiveness and performance criteria. Now, I'll end up with this word effectiveness and efficiency. We are in a run to be efficient. In different vocational arena, we try to become efficient. We have degrees from different countries. We have the stamps of getting the diplomas and others, knowledge, skills from different institutions. But I'll just give you the difference between the two words, efficiency and effectiveness. Efficiency is doing things right. I repeat, efficiency is doing things right. But effectiveness is doing right things. Doing things right, okay. You are a good doctor. Your hands are very good, but you are a drunkard. Your behavior is very bad. Behavior is very bad. Then what will happen? You can imagine. Effectiveness, doing right things, means I'm right to my parents, right to my brothers and sisters, right to my neighbors, right to my friends, right to my teachers, right to the world at large. I am a global connect personality. It can come when our SQ, spiritual quotient, is high. Otherwise, we will be self-centered, we will be egotist, and we will not scale others' problems from a right perspective. There will be gaps. And that space which is created may put you secluded to a different layer and ultimately a failure. So, my dear listeners, I think I could give you some seeds in the words of Vivekananda. The most fertile soil which has been created by God is the soil of the human brain. If right seeds are sown, there will be right trees. With right nurturing, they will have right flowers and fruits. Otherwise, a single man's decision may destroy the world. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for such a nice presentation on spiritualism. Now I request audience, if they have any doubt or any question on the presentation, they can unmute and ask. Yes, Dr. Rajkishore Mana want to ask a question. Yes, sir, please.
Sir, pranam, sir. So may I be allowed to ask? I mean, I have a lot of dilemma. As you understand, no, I work with you with a great pleasure. So may I ask you one of my dilemmas? And this session was really sir, enchanting. I kind of left the resource person in his house, I mean her house in the guest house. Then I have been listening you constantly, and I reached home. And so I have a very sir, it's a question, no? How can we the kind of how these concepts about doing, being, and becoming be integrated to create a more balanced and fulfilling life journey? So as you can understand, doing means something, the action and activities which I am engaged in, my daily habits, daily activities, and so on and so forth. So then I want to transform this, into I become what I am doing every day. So I want to be in that person. And gradually, I want to take whatever I'm saying, I want to be that person as such. So I want to become, I want to make a transformation. But as you understand, sir, there are a lot of kind of forces, rather to say in this way, so which will pull you always, not to do the way you want to do, not to progress the way you want to do. So then it's how to overcome, because you are very seasoned kind of person who has been through life for quite long time, and this. I mean, I admire your kind of the kind of personality you have, the kind of ability you have to handle the situation in any kind of situation. So that's what I kind of want to learn from you. Doing is fine. So whatever I'm doing, I know, okay, I'm doing quite good. I mean, the work I'm doing is okay. But I want to transform that doing into becoming, I want to be part of what I'm doing, maybe. I mean, kind of, I want to transform myself. But that is not happening because of many other forces, as you can understand. So how to overcome that, challenge of, so how to, so again, in a nutshell, how to is the doing and being and becoming be integrated in a such a way, so we'll have a beautiful life of a journey or something like that. So if you can enlighten me, so I'll be grateful, sir. Sir, muted, sir. Sir, you are muted. Sir, muted, sir. Sir, you are muted.
So I will try to answer in 3 parts. First is from the lessons which I have learned from the writings of Radhakrishnan. The small part which is there in my heart, think before you act.
Yeah.
None of your actions should be spontaneous. There should be a thinking. It cannot be done in a day or two. It's a continuous practice. 1. Second is, all the parameters which are there for our action, they are not under our control. I again repeat, they are not under our control. The world is not under our control. I am sitting in my room. Once I will go out, the outside situations are not under my control. So we have to develop the patience, because certain things which may come in our way, which are accidental. The world is not running as per our vision. People will not behave as per our perceptions. There will be difference. Suppose you, me, Pradeep, we think, oh, this is to be done in this way. This will be very nice. But may not be. Some people do not like it.
Yes.
They want their own way. Then we become irrelevant. Our approach become irrelevant. And if we'll try to analyze on that, delve deep into that, then it will rapture our mental conditions. So the other way we can think, they are right on their way. I am right on my way. There may not be an intersection in professionalism and spirituality also. We cannot change the world. We have to change ourselves. It is told by a very prominent guru, if you want to conquer the world, first conquer your mind. Then only you can do that. Otherwise, the behaviors of people are different, and their sanskar, their readings, their individuality, that is different, and that also differs from time to time. Suppose some people they get they do not get what they desire, or they are in a favorable condition as in their mind, but somebody comes and checks that, he becomes an enemy. So that is in a negative spiral the things go on, but we have to rise in a positive spiral. Then the third part, let silence be our friend, not gossip. Let self-analysis be our friend, not thinking of the success of others. People always, let me talk of the present time, they want shortcut success, fast food success, but that will not happen. So we have to practice, or we have to make a balance of our IQ, EQ, and SQ. Then another thing, let me tell you, probably I have told you sometime. At a point of time, it was thought that the people of higher IQ, they are the best.
But not.
But Friedman has made it different. He tells CQ plus PQ is more than IQ. Curiosity quotient plus passion quotient is more than IQ. The last liners of the class may be a scientist of future. Who is the first class first may not have.
Yeah.
The curiosity, innovativeness within, it may be subdued, or it may be in a closed situation sometime. So in these days, I refer less to intelligent people because they depend more on reasoning. Reasoning is our powerful centers of reasoning, they are in the left brain. What I'm trying for years, I'm shifting my focus from left brain to the right brain. Right brain is, or it contains the centers of creativity. If the right brain is activated with the left brain, then this problem will be not there. But we are right-handies. We are more relying on reasoning, more relying on calculations. Mahana is not reading much, not toiling by the midnight soil. It's very little, but I read for the whole night. Why Mahana will be the best? If this will be the condition, one major thing is left. That is, what is the remembering capacity bestowed on Mahana and what is the remembering capacity on you? What is the networking in his head and what is the networking on you? And how you perceive things. Yatha drushti tatha srushti. We perceive things as we are, not other things are. So it is the practice which can make you perfect.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. Any other question? Pratima Patnaik. Yes, Pratima, please.
Good evening, sir. The
Good
question
evening.
is, how can inclusivity be maintained while considering the diverse spiritual beliefs and practices present in India?
I told you about the word vividly about commitment. You have to think of concentration. There are several ways. Think of a mountain. The tip is one, but there are several routes. If your goals are fixed on the tip, any way you choose, you will reach at the top. But if that is disturbed, then you may not reach at the top. You can jump from one to the other tree and go to the top. You can go like a fish in the running waters and reach the top. You can go in the ways which are created by others, or you can set your own way. That depends, because as I told, each one of us is Pratima unique. So we have to find out our own way. We can take up, we can listen others, we can read others, but we have to choose the way which is befitting to us.
I hope Pratima, you very
Thank you,
nicely,
sir.
sir,
Thank you.
elaborated your
Yes, sir.
question. I think
Yes,
you.
sir.
I hope you got your answer. Any other question?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Another thing is, Pradeep,
Sir.
the answer to the question is in her name. Pratima, could you understand me?
Yeah, yes, sir. Pratima, the name.
Answer is Pratima. So if Pratima can be different, Pratima can be perceived differently in different situations. But whether we will set the Pratima in a temple, in a museum, in our house, or in a condition of no acceptance. So I don't believe that Pratima, set it some corner so that nobody can see it. So you can delve more on your name. You can get thousands of ways for your success.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir.
I put it a difficult situation.
Very,
I take you to a thinking mode.
no, the beauty of Sanjay sir is always he connects the current situation to describe anything, to answer any question. That is what is actually very rarely actually you can find the people. Sir,
Thank
we
you
have
very
with
much,
us
sir.
Professor Asutosh Pradhan. Professor Asutosh Pradhan is currently is the professor of Department of Social Work, Central University, Himachal Pradesh. Sir, do you have any question to want to ask?
Sir, namaskar.
Namaskar.
ଆପଣ ସାର୍ ଆଗରୁ ବି ଦେଖା ସାକ୍ଷାତ ହେଇଥିଲା
ମୋର ମନେ ଅଛି।
ଆଜ୍ଞା ଆଜ୍ଞା ଆମେ ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ ଇନଭାଇଟ୍ କରିଥିଲୁ।
ଉଭୟ ଭୂଗୋଳ ଇତିହାସ ମନେ ଅଛି କିଛି କିଛି।
ଆଜ୍ଞା ଆଜ୍ଞା ବହୁତ ବହୁତ ଧନ୍ୟବାଦ। ଆମ ମାନଙ୍କର ରିକ୍ୱେଷ୍ଟ ଆପଣ ଅତି ସହଜରେ ସ୍ୱୀକାର କରନ୍ତି। ପିଲାମାନଙ୍କୁ କିଛି ନା କିଛି ଭଲ ଜିନିଷ ଶିଖିବାକୁ ମିଳିଥାଏ। ବହୁତ ବହୁତ ଧନ୍ୟବାଦ ସାର୍। ମୋ ନମସ୍କାର ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ।
ମୋର ଏଥିରେ ସ୍ୱାର୍ଥ ଅଛି।
ଆଜ୍ଞା
କଣ ସ୍ୱାର୍ଥ
କୁହନ୍ତୁ?
ମୋର ଏଥିରେ ସ୍ୱାର୍ଥ କଣ ଅଛି?
ଆଜ୍ଞା
ସ୍ୱାର୍ଥଟା ହେଲା, when such types of things come in life, I seclude myself to a beautiful time of thinking good. I try to refresh myself with better knowledge, and for this time at least, the talk was from 6:30, from 5:30 to 7:30, it is going to be 8. I am in a different plane altogether. এটা ହେଲା ମୋର ସ୍ୱାର୍ଥ। ନହେଲେ ମୁଁ ଏଠି ଏଟା କଣ ହେଲା, ସେଟା କଣ ହେଲା, ଏ କାଗଜ କଣ ହେଲା, ଏ ପିଲାଟା କାଇଁ ଏଟା କଲା, ସେଗୁଡା ଭାବିଥାନ୍ତି। ତେଣୁ I am indebted to you people by giving me the chance. And
I know that. Every vice chancellor has to sit in office. They don't have any office time, whether at home or in the office. They are always on duty.
But Asutosh, my office is different. Even I sit on the Chandan plant, Chandan tree, that is my office.
Right.
Unless there was paperwork, I don't sit in the office.
Acha, okay.
Mahana has to go on a work. I told them, तुम्हारा चाबी मुझे दे के जाओ. You give me the key of your room so that I may sit sometime there.
Yeah. OSD the OSD has to take up all the responsibility of the Honorable Vice Chancellor.
Definitely,
Sir,
they
he
has-
is doing everything just there for the namesake there. Sir,
Right.
we are there for namesake and he is doing everything. Just we are there for namesake.
Rajbhai, you are the fortunate people who have
Yeah,
such a
and that's the fact. That's the fact. It's the fact. That's the fact. Okay.
Sometimes-
Ashutosh, I have a question for you.
having a vice,
Again.
sir.
Pradeep, we
Again.
all have a question. Himachal Pradesh,
Again.
why this year such climatic disasters? 4 of my students, they have to go for mountaineering to Himachal. They couldn't go. Mana knows it. We couldn't send him. So why such things are coming frequently in this season?
कहया मुश्किल सर कारण मोर एते अनुभव भी नहीं अभिज्ञता नहीं बट प्रॉब्लम इज मु मनाली कुल्लू मनाली से जो बेल्ट को जाइथिली 2013 रे थरे जाइथिली आउ एबे रिसेंटली जाइथिली 2023 रे I saw that a lot of human interventions has taken place. Unnecessary 4-laning of highways are taking place. Our गोटे major change mu देखुची in terms of human intervention and human activity is the introduction of JCB. I mean the bulldozers which are very active in digging up the hills and clearing forests, creating spaces for people. कारण लोकों का तो जमी अच्छी पहाड़ ऊपर है जदि गोटे हाईवे गोटे जदि जाइछि कहार जमी सामना देखी सीए कौन करछि पहाड़ ऊपर जाइछि जेसीबी रे पूरा काटी 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 पूरा ने आछंती हाईवे लेवल जाए आ सेठी किछि ना किछि होटल ढाबा कौन ना कौन गोटे काम से स्टार्ट करुछि से ये जो टूरिज्म टा मु देखिली माने मु जा मो निज अनुभव करली 10 वर्ष 12 वर्ष भितरे कि tourism again is a bane for the natural flora and fauna and
for the ecological balance.
हाँ कारण ये जो threshold level सेटा बोधे क्रॉस करियला the ability of the soil to retain a certain amount of water, I think it is fast depleting and it is fast reducing. So gacha nahi chero
Are the local people are thinking now? Ashutosh, what are the local people are thinking now?
आज्ञा
ये जो डिवास्टेशन होची सहर भासी जाउची आमे देखुछु जे घर गुडाक तास घर भलिया नाही माना
आज्ञा
तास घर भलिया गळी पडुची ताकु देखिकरी से लोक मानकर किछि आसुनी मनरे
सर पैसा लोभरे समस्या सबु करूचंती किछि माने irreversible. The problem is again the government is also doing the same thing. It is promoting tourism. Our promotion of tourism means more and more tourists will be landing up in Himachal Pradesh and more of human intervention will happen. ये जो कुल्लू मनाली जो हाईवे टा माने एडे खराब देखा होची आपण विश्वास कर परियो. That was a natural beauty earlier.
I have seen the area, but I think we have to be more spiritual and less professional.
Yes,
I
yes,
can end with that word.
Correct.
yes, sir.
Yes. Thank you, sir. Hrudaya want to ask a question. Hrudaya Pradhan.
Sir, namaskar. Sir, namaskar. Sir, आपण एबे गीता विषय रे कहले कि आपण माने 105 मिनिट रे गीता पूरा माने कंप्लीट करि दियंती माने बहुत माने एटा गोटे बहुत भलो लागिला सर मु जतले 10th पास करली मु भी सर गीता पढिली एई सर से पढिली कि हम ओडिया रे कोंती सु माने रुच खा पिता बुझ न बुझ पढ गीता सर एई उद्देश्य ने पढिथिली सर गोटे श्लोक माने सदाळे भी मु मन रखे कि सर्वधर्मान परित्यज मामेकम शरणम ब्रज अहम तम सर्व पापेभ्य मुखेश्वामी मा सुच माने सर आम संसार रहूचु ओ माने मु तो पाप करियाटा सर छाड़ीनी किंतु जेतेबेले सर पाप करूची भगवान मने पकई पाप करूची तो कौन माने सेटा मोर जो पर जन्म रे से पाप रे किछि मु भगवान को जेतु मने पकई पाप करूची भगवान किछि मते क्षमा करिवे कि मु पाप जानूची जानिकी पाप करूची किंतु भगवान मु मने पकई पाप करूची माने मोर ए जे मु जेतो पर जन्म मते मिलिबो मते इतर किछि लाघव मिलिबो कि मो पाप रे
भगवान को मने पकई पाप करले बोधे आसीबो जे मु पाको काई करबी जने देखुची आमे जेतोळे भाबू जे केहू देखु नाही सेतोळे आमे पाप करि पारु कंफर्टेबली जेतोळे आसीबो त्यारे मु जहा करूची जने देखुची चित्रगुप्त को जम पाखरे नाही चित्रगुप्त सबु समस्त भितर कि गुप्त रे चित्र उठौची तेनु से सबु जदि सत्य बोली भाबिबा खाली मने पकई देली आ कली एथरे बढ़िया जिंस होची दी जण साधु साधु कहि परिबानी साधु शिष्य से माने बुलिया को गले गला गोटे गाँ रे पहुंचिले से गाँ रे गोटे जगह रे कीर्तन होची सेठी जणे कहला मु कीर्तन देखिबी सेठु आउ जणे कहला अरे गाँ विषय मोर धारणा अछि एठी गोटे सुंदरी बेश्या अछि तेनु मु जाउची ता पाख को जीवी से ता पाख गला ये बसिला दी जनकर किंतु मानसिकता अलगा थिला कोन ये कहूची आ हारे मु एठी बसिकरी कीर्तन सुनुची से केते मजा करथुओ सी भाबुची मो जीवन धिक मु एठी की गोटे स्वतः स्पॉन्टेनियस ये एठी पळे आसली किंतु सी बसिकरी कीर्तन करूची से केते भलो काम कला मु तो मोर जहाँ सब मते शिखाइतला जहाँ करतला मु ताकू व्यवहार न करिकरी गोटे क्षणिक आवेगर मु एठी पळे आसली तापरे कोइन्सिडेंटली गपरे दी जण जाक गोटे दिन मरिचंदी मला बेलू को जो लोकटी जाइथिला एंजॉय करिवा पई ता पई स्वर्ग रु आसी विमान या पई नरक रु आसुची तेणु सी पार्टी करी कहूँ मु कीर्तन बसले कहले तू कीर्तन सिना देहटा थिला मनटा थोर आ कोठी थिला तार देहटा सिना सेठी थिला ता मनटा आ कोठी थिला सेही अनुसार एटा हिसाब हेकि तुमको जुआ जुआ नहीं हिसाब रे केबे भूल होबो नाही तेणु कहिबार उद्देश्य होची प्रभु को मने पकई करी मु भूल करूची बोली कहिबा मु भूल करूची प्रभु तमे देखुता प्रभु काई देखिबे आ सबुटु बड़ कथा जोटा मु कहले टिके आगुरु पृथ्वी रे समस्त को ठकी हो तो निज को जमा ठकी हो नहीं समस्त को ठकी हो निज को ठकबाटा मुश्किल है ना ए जेमती महानवी दिन कहते मुझे बाबू मु गोटे कथा कहली प्रथम किए शुणला मु जहाँ को गाड़ी देली से शुणला ना प्रथम मो कान शुणला क्या मो पार्टी ठू मो कान दूरता हूँ निकटतम कान पार्टी दूरता तेणु प्रथम मु शुणली इट इज स्टोर्ड इन माय ब्रेन इट विल नॉट वैनिश आरो जे शुणला से तो भाबिबो एटा मूर्खटा कोठी बोधे घरे स्त्री साई कजिया करके आसी मते पार्टी गला कि यार किसी दुर्बलता अच्छी पार्टी गला से ताको फोपाड़ी दे पारे किंतु मो पार्टी रो कथा मु जो कान रे सुनली मो कान रे सेटा मो मुंडे रहिला सेटा को लिभेइबा पई रबर नाही हला तेनु गीतार जोटा कथा कहली सेटा यज्ञ रे सारिया पई ठीक समय रे बेले बेले मु दरकार पड़े ताको डाक देले से ठिकणा समय सारिबो तेणु मु सेठी की जाए आउ घंटे 10 मिनिट भितरे प्राय सरी जाए तेणु पढ़ाटा 7 वर्ष रु आरंभ होइतिला बट आई थिंक इट इज ए कंटिन्यूएशन ऑफ माय पास्ट लाइफ
Thank you, sir. Any other question?
Yes, sir. May I ask one question, please?
Yes. Josna, yes.
Sir, namaskar.
नमस्कार
सर ज्योत्सना दास मु ए क्लास सर पारादीप रु करे ए मीटिंग ता आज पारादीप अटेंड करछि मो DDC रो स्टूडेंट उत्कल यूनिवर्सिटी रो आ प्रदीप सर होचन मोर टीचर सर मोर व्यवहारिक जीवन रे बहुत समस्या आ सब समस्या रे मो मूल को जाए से समस्या केवल गोटे ही थाए आ सेटा हला मते जे रॉन्ग बोली भाबे सब मत को एक्सप्लेन करिया को पड़े जे मु ठीक सर सब एक्सप्लेन करबा उचित ना केबे केबे सेमते रिलेशन छाड़ी देबा दरकार
नहीं साइलेंस इज द बेटर अल्टरनेटिव आमे जेते घंटीबा बा कौन कह माने जलुथिबो नियाटा तातरे घियो पकेइबा सेटा अधिक जळेबो अधिक कष्ट दबो तेणु अनेक जगह रे आमे कोनोसी रिएक्शन न देखिले भलो
बहुत दिन से रिलेशन टा कोन होय ना चुप हेकी रही जाओ किंतु जो दिन कथावार्ता स्टार्ट करू से कथाटा सर सेउठु ही आरंभ होय जोठु हम छाड़ी थाओ तेणु मते एक्सप्लेन करिया को ही पड़े जे नाइ रे बाबा मोर एटा इम्तिया थिला एटा भूल नथिला सुलह हो जाता है लेकिन एक्सप्लेनेशन देना पड़ता है तो मुझे लगता है क्या एक्सप्लेनेशन देना चाहिए कि ऐसे रिलेशन धीरे धीरे it doesn't get bad kintu
we cannot mama Josna we cannot leave everything we have to remain in this world किंतु जो समय रे इंस्टेंट न करी कि हम जता गोटे समयटा गड़े दबा
गड़े दिए
हां ताले अनेक समस्या रो समाधान हे जिवो कारण जो फोर्स सेते बेले अछि सेटा नथिबो
टिके पीसफुल हे जे थाए माने टिके फील गुड होय
मु गोटे मो जीवन गोटे एग्जांपल कहूची मोर गोटे छात्र रेवन सारे मु थिला बेले रिजल्ट बाहरला परे ही डिसाइडेड टू गो फॉर सुसाइड हला तापरे से तळे छात ऊपर को जाई कि जस्ट डेया को बसिची से सुनिला जे मु डाकुची ता ना रे फटकरी बुली गेला तापर देखला सर कोडे गले सीडी रे खसिला तळु को आसला तापर डिपार्टमेंट आसला रूम रे देखला को बसची सर आपण कोडे जाईथिले किलोमीटर तो बसची कोन हला तापर से कथाटा कहिला मु सर आपण डाक सुनी की पळे आसली देन ही बिकम सक्सेसफुल इन लाइफ से गोटे मिनिट जदी से आउ डाकंतु जा करंतु मु सुनिबि नै ताले ऊपर डेई पड़थांदा दैट मिनिट किछि जगह रे कहा जाए आपण व्यस्त राग हेले कथाटा बाहरुची काउंट फ्रॉम 59 टू 1 और
इन
जे
रिवर्स ऑर्डर
हां रो कर देले टिके तमे से समय तो पार्टीटा बाहरिबो नै जदी आमे कथा रे कथा काटिले ताहेले बहुत गोलमाल होबाटा स्वतः सिद्ध कथा किंतु टिके समय गडी गला परे सेही कथार अभिमुख्य ही बदली जिबा एवं आमे भितरे आउरी स्ट्रेंथ पाई जिबा व्हाट टू टेल इंस्टेंट गोटे कथा न कहि करी हम भितरे बळ संचार हे जिवो आमे कोन कहिबा केमति कहिबा
राइट
थैंक यू सर
आशुतोष सर
हाँ may
Yes,
I
sir.
add something
यस सर
जहाँ ऑनरेबल वाइस चांसलर कहले से एब्सोल्युटली राइट आमे समझ जानछे जे एटा होची ठीक से समय रे चुप रहबाटा सबटु उत्तम from a social work perspective I would also add that as professional social workers we are supposed to be there always with people in the company of people. I'm not speaking about relations, our own relations. Beyond our personal relationships, we are always in the company of our clients. And our skills would be reflected if we are able to understand what is going on in the minds of our clients. जेमती सार कहले कि जदि सेही क्षण करे आमे ताकू अटके पारिबा तो ताहले से सुइसाइड जो विषय रे भाबुथला तापरे से डिसीजन टा हुए तो से समय रे से बदले दे पारे किंबा स्थगित रखि पारे and that person as sir has already given an example that he may turn out to be a successful person in life. It happens in our lives also. In hindsight, when we think that did I do a good thing by remaining silent? तो आमको बहुत समय लगे जे मु जदि चुप रही थांती ताहले हुए तो भल ही था आई शुड नॉट हैव रिएक्टेड कहीं ना मु चुप थी अन्य इंस्टांस रे कहीं ना मु चुप थी जोथि कि मु चुप थी तार फायदा मते मिलला माने मु जेहेतु चुप रही थी से इंस्टांस रे कथाटा आगु आ बढ़िलानी तो एज प्रोफेशनल सोशल वर्कर्स वी नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड that we especially in social case work we try to enter into the when we practice social case work or use social case work as a method we try to use our knowledge of psychology to enter into the minds of people and it's an art it's not only a skill but it's an art through experience you come to know as to what people are thinking because of their external behavior it gets reflected what goes on in the minds of people it gets reflected in their actions and in their behavior in their in the words that they use or in the words that they do not use they may not be speaking anything but they are communicating something to you do you are you that much sensitive enough in order to understand these subtle messages which are being communicated to you by your client if you are able to do that then you can do a wonderful job and I am sure you can excel in life as a professional social worker thank you
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, sir. Any other question?
So you can keep it in easy words. Think before you act.
Right.
It is the vital words of Radha Krishnan. That may save you from many situations. And gets prepared within you. You make yourself prepared. What to react, how to react, and what is the way.
Yes.
and as a professional activity we teach to our students that at the end of the day you should prepare a log what all actions you have done which was not proper which was not right
Yes,
so
exactly. I do that every day.
Again, so theoretically speaking you are reflecting but also you are taking note
Yes.
reflection
And
is the key
another thing let me tell you ଆଜିର ଦିନରେ ମୋ ଭଳି ଅନେକ ଲୋକ ଖାଇବାକୁ ପାଇ ନଥିବେ ପିନ୍ଧିବାକୁ ପାଇ ନଥିବେ ବହୁତ ଅସୁବିଧାରେ ଥିବେ so I am indebted near the God for giving me a day where I have got food I have days to eat I have a roof over me and I have met some good people on the day.
Yes.
Some good feedback I got. It is a blessing of God.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. I think there are no more questions. आपण जिमती कहिले
Questions will be there, but we can talk about sometime other. And for today we can end up here.
गोटे कथा सार आपण कहले जोटा अति माने सुंदर भाबरे मो मन को छुईला शरीर पाप कले क्षमा अछि किंतु जदि मन पाप करछि ताहले क्षमा नै जोटा अति सुंदर भाबरे आपण ताकू विस्तार भाबरे बुझेले when we are talking about mind or brain it is about spiritualism.
Yes, exactly.
So and the spiritualism is the thing that you told that can make an efficient person become an effective one.
Exactly. So you can take my fourth monkey with you. The guidance will be perfect.
I was coming to that only. Actually, when we are in all your lecture, you have very clearly told actually about the fourth monkey, thinking of no evils. And that is what is, if you will think any evil things, you will go to Narka.
Narka or Surga, I don't know. I can't say exactly. But you
what
get
is actually we have, yes, what we have been trained or we have been taught throughout our life, and I am saying out of that only. So in a professional place or in a while in the workplace, spiritualism is highly important to get greater happiness by producing the highest output that a person can be.
You can
Thank
use
you.
the word sustainable happiness.
Yes.
Okay. You can use the word sustainable happiness. For that,
Yes.
spirituality is a must. It has to be a component.
Thank you so much, sir, for teaching us. Actually, these things are really lacking nowadays. We all are running behind professionalism, and while thinking about professionalism, we are always forget to practice the spiritualism, and which is highly required nowadays. Thank you so much for enlightening us regarding such nice things and know how to connect this with the professional workplace. Thank you so much to accept our request, and I know how much busy you are today. I think today you came from NAC visit and delivering the lecture in the evening. It is not actually possible, but if it is Professor Sanjay Kumar Satapathy, then it is possible only. Thank you so much, sir. On behalf of Gyanalok, on behalf of Utkal University and NAPSWI, once again, we all are thankful to you for such a nice deliberation. Namaskar.
Thank you. Thank you.
Sir, namaskar,
Deliberation
namaskar.
sincere, but not the thinking.